Welcome, one and all, to another C-List Saturday with me, Big Bad Evil Fett, along with my buddy Villainous Red. We're going to take you through the movie week. With that, we saw some movies this weekend. So we're going to talk about some movies and some other stuff. We're going to sprinkle it with a little salt and pepper.
We
And
saw
give you
a movie, but we saw trailers with the
trailers.
movie.
Trailers are sometimes better than the movie, but this week the movie was better than the trailers.
You know what? What's a good example of a trailer better than the movie?
There's a whole bunch of trailers that were better than the movie. How about Cabin in the Woods, one of my all-time favorite movies.
Cabin in the Woods,
the trailer was better than the movie, but the movie was great in my eyes because I love Josh Whedon. So there we go.
Okay. What was the one I just watched? That was a long time ago. God damn it, I can't remember. It'll come to me. There's a few that I wanted to pull up, but I'm like blanking out on it. There has been trailers that have been more phenomenal than the movie.
Hi, Miss So. How are you this weekend?
Miss So, that was a great movie. She says, yes.
No, I'm glad you liked it. That's Thor's first movie, Chris Evans' first movie.
Really? Wait, yeah, Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth?
Chris Hemsworth. Sorry. I apologize.
There's too many Chris's. You got Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, Chris Pine, Christopher Columbus. Howdy. Oh, hope you're well too, Michelle. Hope you're well too.
Yeah, me too. Hope you're well.
Yeah. Welcome to another Saturday edition of the C-List Villains, and yeah, we're in it to win it.
We're here to win it. Yep. So Red,
what up, Mark?
What up, Mark? How you doing, man? We're going to talk about Brave New World, Captain America.
Maybe we should more. Well, we should have
the trailer.
Palette, but look. Let's take
absolutely.
A look at it. Let me pull it up on here. Captain America: Brave New World trailer, and let's see. I know it's around. Yeah, and then
show Mr. Mackey. Show Mr. Mackey.
He's such a good looking man.
I always, when you say show Mr. Mackey, I think of South Park, the teacher. His name is Mr. Mackey.
Oh, drugs are bad.
Yeah, drugs are bad. That was perfect timing pulling that up, man.
Drugs are bad. There's Mr. Garrison, and then there's Mr. Mackey.
Yeah, I like Mr. Mackey more than Mr. Garrison. Mr. Garrison was a little creepy to me because he had Mr. Slave.
Mr. Slave, yeah, but he also became Mrs. Garrison.
Yeah, he did become Mrs. Garrison. He looked good as Mrs. Garrison.
Sure did. And remember the scissoring episode, I think it was called Lesbos?
Absolutely.
Lesbos was a great episode for Mrs. Garrison. And the undertone message of it, being that, what was something about lesbians and are taking over? I can't remember, but it was fun.
I can't believe South Park is so relevant all the time. Their humor is right up there with the. Oh, here we go. The trailer. Let's play it.
All right, here we go. The sound is good.
You asked for me. Here I am.
You want to help me?
Is there anything you remember?
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Thaddeus Ross.
Whatever this is, Cap, be careful.
What do we know?
There were 5 shooters. This was a coordinated terrorist attack, sir.
I was a wartime general. Now I'm a wartime president.
Your inner circle's been compromised. Let me fix it.
Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers.
You're right.
Steve Rogers.
I'm not.
Sonic
Wait for
boom!
We're on the brink of war. I can't trust anyone. Nothing about this feels right.
Captain America. You ever ask yourself who's playing who?
Someone's been pulling the strings on everything.
You're under arrest. I don't want a variable out there that I can't control.
Stop!
Captain America caught without his wings.
You'd like to play dress up and blindly execute the state's orders.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
What if this is a trap?
You don't even know what this is.
Since when were they red?
You want me? Come and get me!
I liked it. I liked the movie. I liked everything about it. It's just coming
Okay.
right out of the box swinging.
Looking at the cast, I forgot that Seth Rollins was on this. Which character did he play?
Seth Rollins?
Yeah, Seth Rollins was on this supposedly.
Really? Maybe he
up.
played. Maybe he played King Cobra.
Let me see if there is an IMDb on this.
Seth
Like-
Rollins, the wrestler.
Yeah, the wrestler.
Hmm.
Okay, it's not that guy. It could be some minor character because he's not pulling up here on the
It's
top
not playing.
cast
Well, then how'd you know Seth Rollins was in the movie?
because of the Google kind of puts in all
Oh,
the relations on there. Or
Oh, really?
let me
So
see.
when you click on Seth Rollins, it doesn't tell you what character he played in the movie.
No, it doesn't give me like that. But let me pull up the actual.
What's Seth
Oh.
Rollins' real name? I think his last name is like Lopez in real life.
Really?
Yeah, I think his last name's Lopez.
Come on, you're the wrestling guy. You should know.
I think his last name is Lopez. I can't remember what his
Daniel Lopez.
Yeah, see, I knew it was Lopez.
All right. Seth Rollins is on here somewhere. Why would he be on here? Alphabetically. Oh, uncredited. Okay. Yeah, he's uncredited. So minor role.
Minor
Minor
role.
role.
It was in the background.
Oh, that or some kind of like soldier or probably part of the attack on Thaddeus President Harrison Ford. It could be that. I thought it was the main guy that helped out Sam and his buddy from like his Air Force days.
Oh, you mean the guy who played Falcon?
No, the bearded guy. The bearded.
Oh, the bearded
the one
guy.
that ended up. Well, sorry, spoilers. The one that ended up dying at the hands of your boy, Big Brain.
Oh, the leader.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy wasn't Seth Rollins. That guy was way bigger than Seth Rollins. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but that guy's way bigger than Seth Rollins. Yeah,
Oh, well,
and you know, just talking about the leader, since we brought the leader up as the villain in the movie, I really like they didn't use CGI, but I wish they would have used CGI for the leader because the leader's head is elongated and he has this little thin mustache. And this leader used practical prosthetics, and it didn't look good. It looked kind of cheesy. That's the only thing I had bad about the movie. And right now we're showing the Scorpion Society right there on the screen right now, I think, if I'm not mistaken. There was four characters in the Scorpion Society.
Serpent Society.
The Serpent Society was in the movie Copperhead, who is the third one from the top.
Okay.
Sidewinder. I'm not seeing Sidewinder. Sidewinder looks a little different. Sidewinder has I guess Sidewinder is the third from the bottom.
All right.
And
He looks like Serpentor.
Diamondback is the girl with the blue hair, and King Cobra is the guy in the bottom left, the last one in the bottom left. Those are the those are 4 characters that were in the movie. They didn't look like that, but that they were definitely in the movie as
accuracy
villains.
is kind of out the window when it comes down to real world application, real world storytelling, right?
Yeah, but I mean, they could make the costume. I mean, if a cosplayer can make the costume, Hollywood can make the costume. I mean, at least somewhat the same. Can you pull up the leader?
The leader, one sec.
So we can see what he looked like in the comic book world, and what people that went to see the movie can see what the difference is. Because if you look at the comic book world, he's completely different.
Samuel Stearns, Prime Marvel. Okay, let's pull that up.
There he is. That guy. That's how he's supposed to look. In the movie, he was completely different. He was just kind of had some bubbles on top of his head.
It was an imprint of his brain.
It was an imprint of his brain, yeah.
Yeah, because it looked like a ball sack.
Yeah, that was the only gripe I had about the movie was the practical effects they had for that. They could have CGI'd that over, large cranium.
Remember, they had cone heads. Cone heads had practical effects, and it still worked out.
Yeah, well, absolutely. But I mean, they dropped the ball a little bit on Samuel Stern, the leader.
Well, you wanted to show radiation, effects of radiation, right?
Right, and effects of radiation be elongated of the cerebellum, which in the comic book
brain. I mean, it's got to go pierce through the skull. That's why it has so many ridges and such. No. But this iteration of the leader, I mean, yeah, it works for comic books. It'll be easier for the artist to draw. But when it comes on the actor, especially when you're method acting, I think the prosthetics worked out even better. Miss So says, sorry, was getting snacks and coffee, so I'm so behind on the trailers.
Sorry, Miss So, we can't show it again because we just showed it, but play along with us, still the same, okay?
Dude, we've been dinged for so many shit that we've been like playing on this show because of what do you call it? Copyrights. Like, we're not making money off of this. We're just discussing this stuff. Like, okay.
Yeah, we're not making any money off of it.
We'll play that ball. We'll play ball with you guys with in the YouTube and Facebook meta world where it's like, oh, what? You're gonna edit our episodes just to get rid of that content. That's fine. Yeah. It's always going to live in some server for the next 100 years anyway.
Absolutely, no question about it. I don't know why they're making a big fuss. We're trying to push the movie. We're not talking bad about the movie. We're saying the movie was great. And I hate all the MCUs. And this one, I came out and I was like, well, they had villains who were Marvel villains, and the villains were good. And Mackie was good as Captain America, even though in the storyline, Captain America didn't take the super serum, and he still was going toe to toe with Red Hulk and doing a fabulous job at it.
You have Wakanda tech. I think that kind of
he had Wakanda tech, but still, even going at the speed of sound and coming down and having the sonic boom and having the soldiers blow off him. Without the super soldier serum, no man could do that. That would rip them.
No. But unless you're Tony Stark, where you have the suit where that kind of takes all the G-forces out.
If he had the suit, but he didn't have Tony Stark's suit, so he
had Wakanda tech suits.
We have Wakanda tech, but not super soldier serum, and which in the comic books he gets eventually super serum, so he takes the serum.
It's not Sam Wilson, with the super serum. You kind of want to keep it natural, like for a bodybuilder, right? You don't, if you're gonna be a hero, you look at Batman. No super soldier serum for him. How would Batman be more effective with the super soldier serum?
Well, doesn't he get after Darkseid gets killed, he gets what's that chair called? And he becomes super strong, even stronger than Superman with the chair. I forgot what it's called. The Lazarus chair.
Oh, the Lazarus chair where you get dumped into the pit.
No. Darkseid has a chair that Batman took after Darkseid left, and he became super strong because of the chair that he sat on. I forgot the name of the chair. It's Lazarus or something in the fact. No, the Nimrod chair, whatever. If you could Google the name of that chair, after Darkseid dies, Batman takes the chair and see what comes up.
Let's see. Batman ever use a Lazarus pit? Mobius chair.
Mobius chair. There it is. With the Mobius chair, he becomes stronger than Superman.
Okay.
So he does get superpowers.
Okay.
I mean,
how does that version of Batman compare to just plain old no superpower Batman?
Oh, he's omnipotent. How's that?
Okay. Like why did they take away that power?
Why did he get that power? Because
why did he take it away?
Well, he doesn't take it away. He keeps that power.
He does? Okay.
He keeps that power.
Let me ask Quora. Let's see. Yeah. The Mobius chair, which is a powerful artifact that provides knowledge and insights, reveals that the Joker's real name is Jack Napier, and some that's not it. Doesn't say anything about powers.
He gets powers from the chair because he can beat up Superman after he has the chair, and he goes back in time and goes forward in time, and he goes anywhere. He's omnipotent. He becomes a god.
Okay, we'll say that for another episode. That needs some research there. I would love to talk about that. I'd love to talk about that. A lot of what if right there. And Miss Hill says, yeah, YouTube is insane over copyright stuff. Yeah, especially with music. Music is big copyright, and a lot of Sony's trailers, instant like kill your episode kind of deal, right? You're like you'll never see it again unless you edit the whole thing out. And I think Warner Brothers and Paramount are starting to do that as well. Hey, we're not making money.
We're not making money.
We wish we were making money off of this stuff, but
yeah, we're not. We're not making money. We're just doing it because we love going to the movies
and talking about it and being nerds.
Talking about it and being nerds.
You know,
yeah,
and then maybe triggering some folks on the stuff we talk about, and that it creates conversation.
So tell me what you thought about the movie. Everyone knows what I thought about the movie. I loved it. I thought it was great. It's probably one of the better Marvel movies that were out there, and I'm really picky when it comes to them.
I think it was a solid outing, especially for post Phase 4 world where everything is starting to catch up from all the Disney Plus shows, and then seeing where everything's starting to fall in place, especially for the Eternals universe. You finally get to see the Celestial, which is called the Celestial Island now. But we still don't have an update on Rhodey Rhodes. Where remember he on not Secret Wars, but it's the one with Nick Fury. Not Secret Wars. That show with Nick Fury. We find out that Rhodey has been a Kree or Skrull for the better part of the blip, and so the real Rhodey has been in the warehouse locked up for
years.
The whole time during the blip. Like, yeah, damn. Yeah. I want to know what happened to that guy. And then we got to see a little bit of Bucky. Bucky does one cameo in here, a really meaningful cameo as far as like giving the little pep talk to Sam that where it needed to go, and then kind of now we know how Captain America connects with Thunderbolts, the next Marvel movie coming up here.
That's another little thing I had a little problem when they always talked about President Thaddeus Ross. They never called him by his nickname, Thunderbolt, because his name is Thunderbolt Ross. And I wanted the correlation between the Thunderbolts and Thunderbolt Ross, because he's the one that puts it kind of all together.
Yeah, he's the who's the lady on Suicide Squad?
Waller.
Yeah, Waller. He's the
But
Waller type.
well, there's a Waller type in the Marvel universe too, and she's a woman too. She's played by Louis Dreyfus.
Yeah, Julia Louis Dreyfus.
Yeah, but I right off the back of my name, I can't think of her name. But she's the Amanda Waller of the Marvel universe.
That's right. We get to see her in the trailer. Or
Yeah, you can see her in the trailer. Yeah.
It still says they can make money off your channel after they make a claim. It doesn't matter if you're monetized or not. Typical fucking corporate assholes making money off the backs of our work. God damn it.
Yeah, well, they can make money off the backs of my work. I still love what I'm doing, so that's the only thing that matters.
Hey,
and I'm glad that Miss So and the other people out there watching us are listening to us likes our show too, because that makes me want to do it even more because of you guys out there.
So it's typical. Yeah. And then going back to Captain America, there's other aspects in there. I like the Joaquin Torres character. We got to see a little bit of him during with Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Giancarlo Esposito. God damn it, that guy is only in the movie for about 20 minutes. It just seems like he just took his Gus Fring character from Breaking Bad and made him more psychotic. That guy is
he plays Sidewinder, who's a part of the Serpent Society. So yeah, that's this character.
Yeah. That there's a few I don't know editing choices of how came about with some of the action sequences with Sidewinder. It kind of like irked me, but other than that, I mean, great acting by Giancarlo.
Yeah, great acting by the both of them together, Mackie and Giancarlo Esposito. Yeah.
And I forgot the guy's name who played the original Captain America.
Elijah.
Yeah, great work by him too.
Yeah, great work. I mean, he's huge compared to Sam Mackie. He's huge.
Yeah, I hope we get like at least something for that guy to like. I don't know, maybe a Marvel What If episode or just a I don't know, a little what do you call
tidbit of him fighting in Korea?
Yeah. At least just a show, at least 30-minute cartoon of like the history or his origin. That would be nice. And then bring him aboard on Secret Wars.
Absolutely. Well, they can't bring him aboard in Secret Wars. He wasn't in Secret Wars, but yeah, I wonder how they're going to bring back Steve Rogers because I don't think Mackie can, because the Falcon wasn't in Secret Wars. I mean, that version of Captain America, it was Steve Rogers' version of Captain America. So I don't know how they're going to do that.
I
guess they can do anything. I guess they can do any. I guess they can do anything they want to do. I mean, who am I to say? Yeah, they can. They can have Sam Mackie as.
Sam will be fine. Especially if they're bringing in Steve as Captain Hydra. And then the one character that kind of like surprised me, and this character was like finally gave us her origin was. Hold on, let me pop it up on the screen. Was this one? Shira Haza, like a small girl, from the Black Widow program, the Red Room program. Like I didn't know she was that short. She's like 4 foot nothing.
Tiny. Yeah, she's tiny. Yeah, you didn't notice when she was up against the guys. She was just like minuscule.
Like, granted that there was a stunt person doing her stuff, but god damn it, I mean, she I don't know. She had this essence about her, like that kind of made the character work and kind of like made it a big player on the screen. But again, it's with her small, meek stature, you kind of expect her not to be tough. And seeing that where she come from, she's an Israeli, and then she could have done the Israeli training just like Gal Gadot did the same thing.
Yeah,
like she got in the movies.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sure. I mean, everyone there has to, when they're 18, has to go 2 years into the service.
Do you think Natalie Portman did that?
I think if Natalie Portman was there at 18, she had to do it.
Okay.
Even if you're handicapped, you have to go.
Oh. Oh.
So they don't discriminate. Woman, handicapped, gay, straight, bi, trans, plus, everyone goes. 18.
Well, it's what it's not the lottery, but it's like a conscription, was it?
No, it's not a lottery. It's mandatory. It's
Like South Korea.
yeah. It's like a draft. Everyone goes.
Okay. That way they have a constant flow of soldiers from when.
Not only that, the population is trained too. So if everyone's trained, because that part of the world is volatile, and if you're not a trained soldier, you wouldn't be able to survive in harmony. Yeah.
Understandable. And seeing how it is right now over there, of course, I think they're at least well armed and well equipped and has the personnel to do all those things, even though we can disagree on what they're doing. But that's another conversation, right?
Yeah, that's for another show.
Yeah. But it will go back to Captain America. I think the CGI was okay for Red Hulk. I'm glad they brought Liv Tyler on to finally connect the universe with Edward Norton's Hulk, and we were just missing the Abomination. What else? And it's just disappointing that you couldn't bring any more of the other Avengers. Like, I needed to see what War Machine was doing. You could have just popped up and helped.
Yeah.
But then
Well,
again,
they
he
did-
was a Skrull.
Yeah, he's a scroll. They did, Thunderbolt Ross did mention, like, I want to bring back the Avengers. So,
Yeah.
I mean, all through the movie I was
Great
gonna
acting there, guy. I like that.
I'm going to bring back the Avengers. So,
I'm gonna bring back the Avengers.
So, the Avengers are coming back in one iteration or another, but Thunderbolt Ross is going to bring back the Avengers. So, just let you know that's going to happen, and they're going to probably be the new Avengers, like with that new Avenger kids.
Yeah,
stuff.
Young Avengers. It's gonna start with Young Avengers, and then Avengers West Coast or West Coast Avengers, something like that. It's gonna be fine. And
Yeah, it's gonna be. I like West Coast Avengers. The lineup of West Coast Avengers is great because they're gonna have to have Hercules, and Hercules is one of my favorite characters.
Wonder Man. I think they're still working on the Wonder Man.
I have a Wonder Man costume that I only wear one time.
Did you
I did.
wear
I
it?
did.
to a
I
con,
wore
or
it. I wore it at San Diego Comic Con.
what year?
Maybe 8 years ago, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that.
Is it the cutoff T-shirt mesh, kind of show off your belly and your biceps?
No. It's the Jack Kirby with the red coat.
Oh, okay.
The red coat and the
So not late '80s Wonder Man with the cutoff.
No, that one. The one with the red coat and the glasses.
Miss So says we need pics for proof, Mike. We need pics for proof. You want to dig it out of the crate? You still have it around that area, or is it in storage?
It's in storage. Let me see if I can find it real fast on my phone.
Just send it on the chat. That way I can bring it up here.
Okay.
Because just send it to the messenger. That'll be fine. Yeah, Mike is a costume extraordinaire. So if you want any cosplays made, you can commission Mike, and he will just require your sizes, when do you need it by, and a down payment. That way he can get it started. But he works with Warbler, leather, fake leather, prints you all the accessories, and it's fit. It's made to fit, really. And sometimes it's a little bit too good because it's kind of hard to get into. You gotta lube them up in order for you to fit. There's one time that I was helping out Mike here. He had that costume for Dragon Slayer, and required him to like squeeze his head into this I guess this top where we had like you kind of needed baby powder in order for him to squeeze into it. It was such a task, but it worked out. But you know, felt sorry for Mike at the end of the day for wearing the heavy ass costume and not win.
Right now, I can't find it, but when I find it, I'll post it.
But please don't feel obligated. Miss So, you're too nice. Just keep pushing them to show it. Or he could dig it out of storage and then just wear it for a whole episode.
Wear it for a whole episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be a Halloween episode. Just wear it.
Yeah, Wonder Man was one of my favorite characters because everyone doesn't know that character at all, and he just wears, he has a W, and he started out as a villain, and he was a villain who had a green costume. Then he went to the jacket under Jack Kirby. Then he went to the black with the red W, and that's what he wears now, the black with the red W with the mist shirt and the cut off arm.
He's basically a zombie, right? He doesn't die.
He's basically a zombie, yes.
Unlike Mr. Immortal, where on She-Hulk he just falls out of a window and then goes off and walks away. Like, okay, that's a great superpower. And having to live that long and then not have to die, that's great. Yeah.
So, what do you give the movie? Let's talk about what do you give in the movie. I'm giving it a 9.9.
9.9. That's pretty high.
9.9 because it's the first movie besides Conan the Barbarian that I liked. I walked out of there happy. I was walked out of there saying there's a villain that I liked, and the story was just so. But I liked. They had Celestial. They had good villains. They had everything a story needed, and it was cohesive at least.
Yeah. And remember when we were talking about this off air during the week, where I showed you that post from Mr. Liefeld about they filmed this 4 times because it just wasn't good enough, and because he's still fucking bitter about
not being invited to the show,
not getting his name in front of on the beginning credits or something like that. And like, okay, don't be a fucking be a bitch
douchebag.
Yeah, like your characters lived in this universe now, so you're gonna have to go back to Marvel and like make amends in order for you to like really because you still have to deal with your Cable, and then there's gonna be another Deadpool installment. So they're definitely you're not taking away these characters from Marvel at all, unless
because you don't own them.
Outright. Yeah,
and I don't think he has the money to buy them off.
Nah, that Disney has shit ton of money. The trailer looks good, and I'll probably see it streaming eventually.
Go out to the movies, Miss So. Get yourself a box of popcorn, get yourself a soda with ice, and sit down and enjoy.
Yeah, matinee showings is nice. I mean, the theaters right now, they're just getting ready for the summer movie session. Like everybody's just getting back out there. Unless you don't want to go out there because there's this new strain of COVID and whatnot. So yeah, then it's just safe to stay inside. Yeah, because bird flu and COVID getting mixed together. Maybe we'll get a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I got my samurai swords ready for anything.
I know you got a lot of those samurai swords.
Well, zombie apocalypse, civil war, whatever. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do this. All right, that's the next trailer here for
the next Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts. Definitely excited for this one as well. Mike, what's the premise of what you know about the Thunderbolts here?
All I know is the villain is Sentry, who's not really a villain. Sentry in the Marvel universe is kind of a Moon Knight character. He's got mental disorders, and he can go back and forth through his split personalities. He can be a good guy and he can be a bad guy. But I think in this one, maybe he's been brainwashed to be a bad guy, and the Thunderbolts are got to save the world against him, which I don't think is possible because he's the Superman of this universe, so he could just rip their arms off and beat them over the head with their own arms. But I don't know how they're going to do it. So let's watch.
All right. Great description, Mike. Let's take a look. Thunderbolts trailer.
How crazy is it to think of all the monumental fights that happened exactly here where you're standing? I mean, the place wasn't cheap, but it's got good optics. Look at you.
There she is.
You are all so adorable.
Eat shit, Valentina.
Who is this old Santa?
I'm Alexei Shostakov, the Red Guardian.
What? Let's talk facts. The Avengers, who have still to be reformed after the events that took place in Washington, are a non-existent team. So I've been putting together a contingency with the help of newly elected Congressman Bucky Barnes, a team that will keep the American people safe.
Got a long way to go. You ever drive through Oklahoma? It's so flat.
Alexei, have you slept?
Not sleep when I'm dead.
Well, I'd like not to die today, so maybe somebody else should be driving. You got a convoy approaching fast. Step on it.
Come on, baby.
Okay, a bit faster, please.
Lexi!
Okay, don't worry. She's bulletproof.
Look, a shield!
What happened to bulletproof? It's bulletproof-ish.
Is that Bucky?
It's a Winter Soldier. That guy is so cool. That's what they talk about!
That's not good.
There's some big threat out there, and you are going to help me stop it.
We can't do this. No one here is a hero.
So you can do something about it now, or live with it forever.
You thought you were going to be some great saviors? You can't even save yourselves.
We're brought up with this belief that there are good guys and there are bad guys. But eventually you come to realize that there are bad guys and there are worse guys and nothing else. Great job, guys. I knew you had it in you. On to the next mission.
I got a long way to go.
That's
What
the
do you
trailer
think?
I didn't see. I didn't see that one.
You didn't see that one?
No, there was another one where they had Jefferson Starship song on it.
Oh, really? That's the one I seen. So that's the one I seen. So yeah, the original Sentry was supposed to be played by Glenn from The Walking Dead. Yeah.
I don't know who that guy is, but I guess that's I would have
the
loved
the villain guy.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Glenn as a Sentry, but okay, that works right there. I mean,
yeah, he's blonde and
the fanboys from being bitches about, hey, they don't want no DI hire to play Sentries, be a white blonde guy. Yeah,
you got to be a white blonde guy.
Oh yeah, there you got it, a white blonde guy playing Sentry.
That's what they got. They got a white blonde guy.
It definitely again it has that Suicide Squad feel to it, but when Bucky was riding the motorcycle and shooting the shotgun,
hey, that was the Terminator all over
again.
Yeah,
gave me Terminator vibes. And then at the end, and then you got the Mad Max vibe. Like, oh shit, okay, that looks fun. That looks fun.
Look at this fanboy. Look at this fanboying over the trailer like we're two little kids.
Hey, you catch these little things like these little Easter eggs. Okay, that looks cool. That looks cool. Okay, and yeah, now we get to see them back in Stark Tower. So that's another little callback to the previous movies.
Absolutely. But the problem with the Thunderbolts is this iteration of Thunderbolts, they have 3 super soldiers. They have the Red Guard,
Red Guard,
who's a super soldier.
Yeah.
And they have U.S. Agent, who is a super soldier.
Yep.
And they have Bucky, which is a super soldier. So they got a whole bunch of hammers and not anything else.
Well, then you have Taskmaster, who somewhat kind of has super soldier. Ghost. Different power set, but
still they have 3 hammers. They need to kind of branch away from the hammers.
That's all right. Let's see him cook. Let's see him cook. Michelle says looks decent, but I have to catch up on 3 years of movies and TV shows first. I can't keep up anymore. I mean, yeah, catch up, but I think there's gonna be a recap in these. That way, at least they'll get you to a point where okay, that's how that works. That's how the U.S. Agent came to be. That's how Bucky came to be, and all of that really came from Falcon Winter Soldier show, the Black Widow origin movie.
Yep.
Ant-Man 2.
All you need is Disney Plus, and you're running with the wolves.
And sometimes the people don't want to give the House of Mouse any more money, right? This is partly why I went back to indies and manga. Hey, sometimes it's just a little overwhelming when it comes down to like keeping up with a certain property. Yeah, it's enjoyable, but then all of a sudden you get so much content. It's like I don't want to get through it again. I'm like that with Walking Dead. Like all of a sudden it's like, okay, after the main show was done, it's like, okay, I don't want to watch any more of the offshoots. But when you hear stuff from like reviewers and other content creators, it's like, oh shit, okay, this is actually pretty good. Give it a chance. And sometimes it's not as good as the original show, but all of a sudden it's still fun. It's still connecting to that universe that you love. What else here? It's gotten to the point where I watch synopsis of shows and movies now just to keep up with everything. So I kind of know what's going on with everyone. Yeah.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the Cliff Notes. That's how I got through school.
Yeah. Who needs to read the whole Grapes of Wrath? I got the Cliff Notes.
Exactly.
Hey, what do you mean read and comprehend? What's this?
War and Peace? What the heck is that?
What is this? Shit. Well, I was gonna say define and connect or what's the cause and effect of this whatever X to I guess of mice and men, right? Why did George shoot?
Because it was pretty.
Lenny.
It was pretty.
Why did George shoot Lenny? Because Lenny was
pretty.
Lenny had a screw loose. So yeah, George had to put him down, and that's already on the Cliff Notes. So what do you? Okay, I know we're kind of running low on time here. You're excited about this movie, Thunderbolts?
I'm excited.
What do you want to see?
I want to see
in this movie.
I want to see how they're going to do Sentry. I like the character in the Marvel universe. So Sentry, Hyperion, two of the same kind of characters. I think Hyperion is more Superman-ish than Sentry, but they're both the same kind of Superman characters. I just want to know how they're going to do them.
Is it like really kind of reminiscent of the solar manufactured superhero that they had on Superman 4?
Yeah.
I mean, that guy was like I would say the Walmart of superheroes. Yeah, he's like he could be manufactured anywhere and be the same guy. Yeah, that
Yeah, but
that's
I'm just curious. I'm just curious how they're gonna do the schizophrenia kind of thing that Hyperion has. So, I mean, sorry, I'll take that back. Sentry has, not Hyperion. Yeah, just curious how they're gonna do it. Are they
Okay.
gonna make him just a bad guy? Are they gonna make him have some backstory with being, brainwashed or manipulated into doing bad things?
Because remember how they did Adam Warlock wrong, so maybe they'll do this one right. Because we're still waiting on
Yeah, they made Adam Warlock a complete doofus, which
Yeah, but
he's
he
not a
came
doofus.
out of the womb too premature, so he didn't kind of grow into his brain yet. The best way I could put it.
Yeah, so yeah, but in the comic books, Adam Warlock is not like that at all.
Okay.
Adam Warlock is one of the I'd say top 10 strongest heroes. I mean, of course, number one is Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck is omnipotent, so yeah, so in this he's like top 10 in power.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
Adam Warlock.
I'm surprised that they didn't make him omnipotent during the first Howard the Duck movie. He was just a duck, another alien being.
Yeah, but he has he can warp reality and the whole 9 yards, and he master of quack fu, and he's a sorcerer supreme. So yeah, he's everything.
Okay, I know we're still pretty young, and we're not gonna die anytime soon. Hopefully, do you hope that they could finally connect the original Howard the Duck movie to the MCU?
I wish so. I love that movie. It wasn't a great superhero movie. It was just a great movie. Yeah, I wish Howard the Duck comes back. And Howard the Duck was in the collector's cages, so he's somewhere there. I mean, Thanos can't kill him. I mean, even though Thanos blew up that skull that the collector was in, he can't kill Howard the Duck. I mean, Thanos wouldn't last 2 seconds with Howard.
All right, I need to read up on this. And do you think that we'll finally get
Howard the Duck movie?
Duck breasts again on a comic book movie, especially owned by Disney?
I hope so. God, I hope so. I hope so.
I'm not quite sure yet. I haven't looked at my Disney Plus yet, but if Howard the Duck was on the streaming platform, and would they take it and then fucking add the new Marvel logo to it, and then that way that's how it's gonna be
presented?
Finally connected to the MCU. Like how George Lucas went back to all of his original to his
Star Wars content.
Yeah, so Star Wars, and just make sure the universe connect, and it's having to add those little Easter eggs and such. And yeah, maybe that would be the case where, like, okay, finally Howard the Duck is in the MCU by way of, all right, go watch the first film. Now you see the fucking Marvel logo, and then we see Seth Green in Howard the Duck CGI.
Seth Green doing the voice, huh?
Yeah, Seth Green is the voice. Currently the voice. I don't know who else is gonna. I don't know who else is gonna replace him. At least not at this point. But,
I like Seth. Yeah. I met Seth. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, that's my dude from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He played the werewolf. I can't remember his name. He played, but yeah, that's probably one of my favorites. Oh, also on Idle Hands, he played the sidekick. He becomes a zombie.
Oh yeah, Idle Hands.
Yeah, definitely a cult '90s classic because of Jessica Alba and Devon Sawa, but Seth Green, it was a comedic genius in that film. But I think for the Thunderbolts, I'm hoping to see the rest of the Avengers where they're at, not just the Thunderbolts. At least just a catch up moment for everybody. Like, okay, this is what Rhodes is doing. This is what Jennifer Walters is doing, and maybe we get to see a glimpse of Moon Knight, and even maybe Daredevil and Punisher.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, yeah. We'll see. I mean, the summer movie session hasn't.
You know what I'm curious what they're going to do with Thor, because Thor can't age that well, and because he's a god. So Thor's always a member of the Avengers at one time or the other. I know now he's flying around with the Guardians of the Galaxy, which he never really did in the comic book world.
No, he split up with them after Love and Thunder.
So, but I'm just curious what they're going to do with Thor. If they're going to,
what I hear that Taika is not going to do the next one, and they're going to go back to the more darker theme with Thor. So maybe we'll get that. We'll get the Necro Sword again, and there's still the Hercules Easter egg that came up on Love and Thunder. Yeah, Love and Thunder. That eventually those two are going to fight, Thor and Hercules.
I'd like to see it. To see it.
What would you grade this trailer right now, Mike?
I like it a lot.
Okay.
9.92, 9.94.
Okay, I'd say 9.8 because the one that I saw at the theater would be a 10 for that one because they're using my favorite song from Jefferson Starship.
Built this city.
No, the other one. Nothing's gonna stop us.
Oh, nothing's gonna stop us.
Yeah, the one from the Mannequin soundtrack.
Oh yeah. I forgot the Mannequin soundtrack.
Yeah,
that's gonna stop us now.
That movie would have done shit if it wasn't for that song. And Kim Cattrall is nice, and who was it? I forgot the main actor's name. Let me look it up. Mannequin. Let's see. Andrew McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy.
Let me pull this up. Mannequin trailer. Let's end with this one, and we're gonna save the rest for next week. Okay.
Okay.
Let me pull this up.
Mannequin. I remember seeing it in the theater.
Yeah. How old were you?
I don't know. 20, maybe 18, 19.
All right. Let's actually. I want to talk about one more movie after this one.
Okay. No problem.
Reminisce.
No problem. Give it to me, baby.
Give it to me, baby. Had a good trailer here. Come on, baby.
Jonathan Switcher. On sex. Loves to talk to his work.
Oh, come on.
You're the first thing I've created that made me feel like an artist.
Don't you like your new scarf?
He never expected
Not especially.
to hear talk back.
I really think I'm going crazy.
I am so glad you're working.
I remember
I never thought they'd hire anyone stranger than me.
You're the only one who can see me like this.
To the rest, he's a disaster.
You're quiet.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this button. It's completely ruined the mood. It's pausing like that. Yeah,
I like how they show the token gay guy is like,
that's the guy from Designing Women.
Yeah, I know.
I forgot his name, but we're gonna have to bring that one back. We're gonna have to bring that one back later. Yeah. What was my point again? Oh yeah, the song Jefferson Starship. Jefferson Starship. If it wasn't for that song, nothing that's gonna stop us in the Mannequin movie. I think it would have just died. Yeah. That one hit song kind of saved that film because it was it's supposed to be a rom-com, but man, it was a cheesy rom-com. It's going after after watching Splash with Daryl Hannah and
yeah, exactly.
Oh man, he's like, okay, now you gotta fall out of a mannequin. Like, okay, yeah, mannequin.
There was a mannequin too, and they used a different guy, a different guy, and a different mannequin.
We're gonna have to bring that up. We're gonna bring that up next show. But I wanted to talk about this one, the last movie I actually want to see.
Sinners.
Let me pull that up here. So after watching this trailer, or like right during them watching the trailer, you thought it was just gonna be another you know not blaxploitation, but something about old 1800 late 1800s early 1900s a movie about white men like not hunting
Persecuting
down but
African
causing
Americans.
trouble for black people. But holy shit, they're completely like twisted it around. So let's take a look at the Sinners trailer.
Time. Be back now.
You twins? Nah, we cousins.
There are legends of people with the gift of making music so true it can conjure spirits from the past and the future. This gift can bring fame and fortune.
Will somebody take me in your eyes?
But it also can pierce the veil between life and death.
Listen here. This ain't no house party.
Hold on, did that guy look like Bill Paxton?
No,
Right here, this dude right here.
I don't think it looks like Bill Paxton.
He looks like Bill Paxton.
I don't think so.
Right there.
I don't think so.
Listen here. This ain't no house party.
Y'all ready to drink? Y'all ready to sweat till y'all stink?
You keep dancing with the devil.
Careful, boy. You're gonna bite off more than you can chew.
One day, he's gonna follow you home. We got us a problem, y'all. What the hell going on?
Oh, we heard tale of a party.
This world already left you for dead. I can save you from your fate.
You don't need no saving.
Yes, you do.
And you are?
I am. Your way out. Don't cry. It's all better now.
Yes, I lied to you.
I don't believe in magic.
I have too many windows open. That's why I'm
Ghosts, demons. Just power.
Somebody please take me.
We're gonna kill every last one of you.
I ain't mean to scare you. Thought y'all forgot about me in here. Come on, open the door, let me on out of here. Stay. It's you? Of course it's me. Open the door.
That ain't your brother.
Lied to you.
Yo, smell anything? I think I shot myself.
Yeah,
Dust Till Dawn with black people.
yeah. Haley Steinfeld, the new the featured Mrs. Josh Allen there, and you got 4 people from the MCU as in Michael B. Jordan, the lady from the from the Time Variance Authority, Haley Steinfeld, and am I missing somebody there? Fuck. Okay, I can't think now. But yeah, again, when I saw this, I thought it was just gonna be like, okay, white people against black people set in the South, and post Jim Crow. When you throw in the vampire aspect to it, it's like, okay, now it feels like From Dusk Till Dawn and 30 Days a Night. And, it's not about the whole Jim Crow South anymore. It's just that, okay, now it's the
Vampires against the humans.
Yeah, the hunted versus the hunters. So it looks fun. It looks fun, and I can't wait to watch that. And Michael B. Jordan is such a sexy motherfucker. I swear, man. Like if I were gonna switch teams, and the top three I would switch for, the number one guy would be Michael B. Jordan, and then Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and then Ryan Reynolds. I would switch teams for those.
What about me?
Oh, you're automatic. You're like.
Oh,
okay. You're zero. You're number 0 on that list.
Okay.
You're on the. You're at the top of the
heap, huh?
The Mount Rushmore Gatum for me. Okay. Oh, sorry. So it's you. You're 0A, and then and Don, our friend Don.
Okay.
Will be 0B, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. And then Miss O says, you guys need to do a guilty pleasure themed show, stuff that hasn't aged well, but we love them anyway. I'll turn my political brain off that night and list mine too. Perfect.
All right, we can do that. I got a whole bunch of shit that I like that nobody else liked.
Oh yeah. Okay. There's Mannequin as one. One of them is like the guilty pleasure show. The other one's gonna be Loverboy. Loverboy.
I like Loverboy.
Yeah, Loverboy with I forgot his name. You know, play the doctor on
any John Hughes movie.
Any John Hughes movie is also a guilty pleasure film. And then License to Drive.
License to Drive with Corey Feldman and Corey Haim.
Yes, and Jennifer Graham.
And Jennifer Graham.
Yeah, that pretty much defined the 80s for me, as are those three movies, because they were constantly on HBO. And when you have the black box, you get to watch those films over and over again.
What was Tom Cruise's first movie? Losing It. Losing It was for me.
Okay. What's the one where he was sliding in his underwear in the the button shirt?
That's Risky Business.
Risky Business. Thank you. Michael B. Jordan is a handsome man. Agreed. Yes. That dude. I definitely if I were to get resurrected, or not resurrected, but come back in another lifetime, I want to be reborn as Michael B. Jordan, or at least his sock. I don't know, one of those. So many 80s movies would be good for this. Yeah. And AJ and I tried this months ago. So we would just bring back like old trailers and then old like B movies and just review it. And I think it's time to bring it back and like expound on it and like, okay, then we should review it and then kind of remember how it made us feel. So yeah, that's a great idea, Miss. So I think we can do a guilty pleasure episode of the 80s movies that we love. That'd be fun. Mike, go list your 80s movies. I think one of them is gonna be Red Dawn. Is one of them Red Dawn?
No, I didn't like Red Dawn. I didn't like it because I wasn't a Patrick Swayze guy. I didn't like Roadhouse. So
you didn't like what?
Roadhouse.
Oh, you didn't like Roadhouse?
I didn't like Roadhouse.
Wow, Roadhouse was the film for like any adolescent boy to watch just because it had topless what's her face on there. I was like, wow, you guys see who's on screen. Sorry, but that's like a I don't know, a rite of passage. Like if you gotta watch anything with nudity, it would have been like Roadhouse, Revenge of the Nerds.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, and
Nerds in Paradise.
and just one of the guys.
Just one of the guys. That one's not ringing a bell to me, but I'm sure I've
It
seen it.
involves a woman trying to dress like a man because she wanted to get into a certain college, but she couldn't.
I'm seeing it now in my head. I just can't place it. I keep thinking about C. Michael Hall dressed in
That's Soul Man.
and
That's Soul Man.
blackface.
That's when he took pills to make himself black in order to get to that college.
Yeah.
Just one of the guys is something similar to that that theme or that premise. But yeah, the only nudity you get is at the end where she kind of has to reveal herself as a woman because she liked the guy that she was falling for, and then the only way to really reveal that after she kissed him that she's not actually gay, she's actually a woman, that big reveal. We'll dig it up.
My favorite 80s movie was Caddyshack. I'm sorry, and Stripes.
Stripes is great. Caddyshack I couldn't get into. That's not a golf fan. Not a golf fan. So anything with golf, like other than Happy Gilmore, like I kind of like, cool. So it says Roadhouse is all kinds of problematic now. I don't, but dang, I love that movie. Oh, when Patrick Swayze has the guy in the river and almost like passing out, and in order to defeat him, he just fucking takes his hand and like digs into his throat and rips it out. That's like the best death scene that you could ever, watch.
I like when Peter Griffin does Roadhouse. Roadhouse.
Really? I haven't seen that episode. It's been a while since I watched a Family Guy. Stripes was good. Didn't care for Caddyshack, but I'm not into golf either. What was that other one with Spies Like Us?
Spies Like Us. What a wonderful
Dan
movie that
Aykroyd
was.
And Chevy Chase. Yeah.
Two guys that hated each other, but they played a good thing.
Right. It did follow Stripes, right?
Yeah.
And you got that whole I guess the whole after watching the 50-year anniversary of the SNL, I mean, that's how those guys kind of started after SNL. Like they started making those movies with their friends.
Yeah.
Spies Like Us was another classic. Yes.
You know what? One that for me that I love that was a guilty. Dr. Detroit.
I have never seen that.
It's Aykroyd, Dan Aykroyd movie called Dr. Detroit.
Okay. All right. I'll give you one more. Once Bitten with Jim Carrey.
Once Bitten. Yes.
Yeah. That little B movie about vampires where I forgot her name, but she has to drink the blood of a virgin in order to keep her youth. And so Jim Carrey, the virgin, would have becomes like her sire, and before the night that where she's supposed to drink his blood. Yeah.
What a terrible movie that I like too, just terrible. Earth Girls Are Sexy or something.
Earth
like
Girls
that.
Are Easy with Jeff Goldblum.
Damon Wayans and Jim Carrey.
And Jim Carrey. Lauren Hutton, yes, Lauren Hutton. Man, she was a hottie back in the 80s. She was wow. I mean, her and the other chick, that Michael Douglas always plays opposite of. I can't remember her name, but yeah, Lauren Hutton.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
No, before the other blonde.
The one from Romancing the Stone.
I think it was Romancing the Stone or something else. Kathleen Turner. Kathleen Turner. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna have to table this one.
We got that one.
I think we have a pretty good list to start with, and we'll run with it. We'll run with it next week. Okay. You down with that, Mike?
I'm down with it.
All right.
You down with it, Miss O?
That'll be fun. That'll be a fun conversation. Because I think we still have the other trailers to go over, but yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun with that. Anything else, Mike, before we end the show here tonight?
No, thank you for everyone coming to see us tonight and listen to the show. We appreciate it here at the C-List Villains. So I just want to say love, peace, and cosplay.
All right,
Red,
guys,
you
have
up?
a good night. We'll catch you next week on another episode. Hopefully, we'll have the boys return. If not, it'll be us two, the distinguished gentlemen here on screen here. Okay, have a good evening.
Thanks again for listening to another episode of the C-List Villains podcast, your cultivators of the comic culture. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and email us at clistvillains@gmail.com. You can also leave us a voicemail or text us at 209-975-7597. Be sure